Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we are going to talk about Zoro revealing the first time he used Conqueror's Haki. If you would like to see more about One Piece in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you will join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite Haki. It would also help our crew a lot if you leave your thumbs up on today's video, so together we can become yonkos. Now let's continue with today's video. The use of Haki was simply one of the biggest power boosts in the works of One Piece, considering that it was thanks to this use that many powerful characters in the work were defeated, or at least, as we recently saw with Shanks, was able to ward off opponents just as powerful. We must say that Haki is possibly the most impressive ability in One Piece, and we saw that not only Luffy, but also Zoro was able to use this technique. But after all, what was the first time Zoro used King's Haki? Was it during the battle against Kaido? Or even before? Let's talk about all this in today's video. Roronoa Zoro, also known as Pirate Hunter Zoro, is the Straw Hat Pirates fighter, one of their two swordsmen, and one of the senior officers of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Formerly a bounty hunter, he is the second member of Luffy's crew and the first to join it, doing so in the Romance Dawn arc. As a master of the three-sword style, a fencing style he created during his childhood training in Shimotsuki village, Zoro is among the three most powerful fighters of the Straw Hats, alongside Luffy and Sanji. His dream is to become the greatest swordsman in the world, in order to honor a promise he made to his late childhood friend Kuina. In addition to his infamy as one of the Straw Hats and as a former bounty hunter, Zoro is also considered one of the 12 pirates who are referred to as the worst generation. Zoro has dedicated his life to becoming the strongest swordsman in the world. Even before he joined the crew, he was known for his excellent skills and accomplishments in battle. His skills improved dramatically after becoming the fighter of the Straw Hat Pirates and entering a 2-year training period under the world's strongest swordsman, Dracul Mihawk. By the time he met Luffy, Zoro had established himself as a fearsome bounty hunter in East Blue, so much so that Kobe heard that he was a demon in the form of a man. His accomplishments in pirate hunting were significant enough to earn him the epithet of Pirate Hunter, for which he remains known even after becoming a pirate. After his crushing defeat to Dracul Mihawk, he vowed never to lose again. Since joining the crew, Zoro has defeated several powerful opponents, most of whom are fellow swordsmen. Alongside Luffy and Sanji, Zoro is considered one of the Straw Hat monster trio due to his strength. Zoro's infamy has often been treated as losing to his captain, and in some cases, he has been mistaken as the leader of the Straw Hats due to his more extensive reputation. Viewers have also wondered how he could not be the captain after seeing demonstrations of his power. During the crew's journey, Zoro came into possession of some of the most legendary swords in history, and used them to improve his skills and develop the most devastating attacks. Zoro was the second Straw Hat to receive a bounty, and for much of the crew's existence, his bounty was the second highest. Zoro was identified as a super rookie after obtaining a bounty of over 100 million before arriving in the Sabaody archipelago. He was only one of 2 non-pirate captains, next to Killer, of the worst generation to have that distinction. Weaker people are easily intimidated by Zoro, as Kobe noted that he had a demonic aura in Shellstown, even when he was tied up and without food for over a week. This ability held even in the New World. When Monet suddenly realized the degree of power and killing intent Zoro had, she froze in place when Zoro attacked her. After Zoro intentionally executed a harmless attack, she was overcome with fear to the point that she was unable to reform her Logia body to its normal state. When Zoro gets serious in battle, he usually wears his black bandana on his head, although whether or not it has any real psychological effect on his abilities is uncertain. Since entering the New World, he has rarely been injured or given a serious challenge, defeating Monet with his sheer strength alone without Haki, scaring her to the point of being unable to control her elemental form. His first genuine challenge was a brief confrontation with one of the admirals, Isho, who described his attack as ferocious, despite being contained by gravitational force. As the first demonstration of his greatly enhanced strength and abilities, Zoro defeated Pika, one of the 3 main elite soldiers of the warlord Don Quixote do Flamingo, in a few moves after cutting his colossal stone body and discovering the nature of his body Akuma no Mi abilities. Zoro suffered his first serious injury in Wano against Kamazo, the Manslayer, though because he avoided a surprise attack from Gyukimaru while still managing to defeat the assassin using a single attack sans Shusui at that time. During the incursion at Onigashima, he faced the Emperor Kaido, famously the strongest creature in the world, both in his animal and hybrid form, wounding him despite the tremendous toughness of his body. giving him his second scar since Kozuki Oden, earning him his recognition. In his battle against the king, Kaido's right-hand man and the head of the all-star beast pirates, Zoro was able to apply Hawashoku Haki and Busoshoku Haki to his 3 swords, causing significant damage and defeating the extremely resilient Lunarian, despite being severely wounded and near exhaustion, while the former was closer to top condition. Due to these events, his bounty was increased to 1,111,000,000, the second highest among the Straw Hat Pirates, ranking just below his captain, Monkey D. Luffy, who was recognized as Emperor. Zoro is an extremely skilled swordsman. When training at the Isshin Dojo in Shimotsuki Village as a child, he was able to consistently defeat adult swordsmen in duels, with Kuina being the only person he could not beat. After reaching adulthood, he became a Grandmaster Swordsman famous for wielding 3 swords at once in battle. As his goal is to become the strongest swordsman in the world, Zoro dedicated himself to this craft and is well known throughout the world for his sword skills. When Zoro confronted the current strongest swordsman in the world, Dracul Mihawk, 2 years ago in East Blue, he was totally outclassed and was even overpowered by Mihawk's Kogatana. However, Mihawk was impressed with his conviction and thus left him alive, believing that Zoro would continue to get stronger and one day reach the top. Several months later, Zoro would train with Mihawk for 2 years and further increase his abilities exponentially. Zoro is one of the few people in the world who is able to use all 3 types of Haki. Zoro can use Hawashoku Haki, a very rare form of Haki, whose users claim to have the qualities of a king. This power was dormant within Zoro, and he did not know he possessed it. It was first noticed by Kaido after the Emperor was hit by Zoro's 9-sword style attack. During Zoro's battle against King, when he decided to use Haki, he ended up using it to knock out several low-ranking beast pirates, causing him to recognize that he possessed it. At the same time, he ended up using his advanced application, infusing it into his 3 swords, with all 3 emitted streams of black lightning signifying his infusion. As the battle continued, Zoro was able to gain conscious control over the advanced technique, infusing it into all 3 swords, or infusing it into Sandai Kitetsu to cause significant damage to the king. Zoro's power really became absurd enough that he could injure one of the most powerful characters in the work, and possibly, depending on how Oda tries to bring him to his peak of power, the swordsman could actually become one of the most powerful in the entire world. But what about you? Do you think Zoro can become the strongest swordsman of all? Is he almost there, or is there still a long way to go before he achieves this dream? Leave your opinions in the comments. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.